I'd like to share a dream with you guys that I had a couple of nights ago. I've always been a dreamer. Since I've been a child, I've always had dreams. A lot of them are prophetic dreams, things that usually come to pass. But this one, a few things kind of stood out to me, and I wouldn't mind feedback from you guys on this dream. Now, it was quite. Some things in the dream were clear, other things weren't too clear. Um, the location of the dream wasn't really stable, for that matter. The first part of the dream was, it was as if I was at an airport, but it wasn't really an airport. It was during the summertime, it was sunny outside, and people were sitting on a bench waiting for their flight. There was this little white kid that was sitting there that was wearing a t-shirt. We had a certain t-shirt or sweatshirt on. And he was a friendly little white kid, man. I was sitting there talking to this little white kid. But anyway, apparently he had boarded the plane, he and his family, and had left, okay? Now, the next scene in the dream was when I looked up, I saw 3 planes, okay? One was a commercial plane, and 2 were commuter planes, okay? They were passing each other. Now, actually the commercial plane was flying a bit higher than the commuter planes. The 2 commuter planes were coming toward each other, but it looked like they had met as if they had crashed, but I really couldn't tell because the clouds had covered them. Okay, there were a cloud that covered, they kind of went into the cloud. Before you realize it, there was like an explosion, but I mean, debris was going everywhere, and I seen pieces of the plane twirling, just shrapnel and pieces of the plane like coming toward me, and I kind of like moved, and the content of people's luggage were flying all over the place, debris. But what landed on the ground was this kid's t-shirt, or the shirt that this child was wearing. I mean, you seen luggage just flying, everything just open. And in the dream, I began to weep. Okay? But then the dream is almost like it switched, and I was walking on this path, and on the left-hand side of me, to me, looked like the Bermuda, it's hard for me to, the Bermuda Triangle, okay? And it was a very beautiful sight, and there was like mountains, like certain type of mountains and whatnot, and there was some fog that kind of set through, and I could actually feel the fog from the coolness of it. So as I walked this path, I was thinking to myself, like, wow, I should have brought my camera with me. And I was just kind of surprised I didn't have my camera, because I carry that wherever I go. And I'm thinking, I said, well, maybe I should buy a little pocket-sized camera to get some of the shots. But as I passed this site, I walked over or stepped over a bunch of small dead crocodiles or alligators. They were dead. And I was just kind of like stepping over them, and I saw one other crocodile that was a bit bigger than the rest, but it was still small. And these crocodiles and these alligators were dead. They were just laying there, and I kind of stepped over them. But then the dream switched, and I ended up in Harlem, on the east side of Harlem. But it's like I got off the subway, and when I walked up the stairs, there was this little, like a little restaurant or a hot dog stand. They were selling this food or whatever. And I could have sworn I saw a number that was like 8501 or something like that. It was like, it really wasn't really that clear to me. I don't know if it was on the subway, on a subway sign or what. But when I got there, I talked to the people that were at the hot dog stand for a little bit. I think I bought something, and then I walked out. But then I woke up. So, but I was trying to make out what part of Harlem I was in. I was trying to see the street sign, and I knew I was further uptown. And I really couldn't make out. But the thing that stuck out to me in the dream was the 2 planes crashing, the little boy and his t-shirt, and then the sight that I saw that looked like the Bermuda Triangle, And then the fact that I ended up in Harlem, and I'm trying to get some more details from that dream. So there's quite a few things that kind of stuck out. There's a few things I really can't quite remember. And then the location is not really solid. Oh, and the crocodiles or the alligators stood out to me the most. So it's the planes, the alligators, and that little boy with his t-shirt. So feedback this video, tell me what you guys think. Because it's quite strange to me now. The two planes crashing, at first I thought it was like, okay, these two planes, these two small commuter planes crashed. But then the way the explosion happened, they didn't crash. I mean, the explosion wasn't as if it was a crash, okay? So feedback the video. Now, one person said that it could have been, the location could have been Florida because of the alligators, okay? And the sunshine and what have you. I really don't know, but I want you guys' opinion on this and tell me what you think. Till next time, I am fearless.